What's up, peeps? Julian Williams here at the Distance video for you guys this evening. This one will be a prediction for Jesus Soto Karrass versus Andre Berto. Bout takes place tomorrow night on Showtime. Puts together the former champion Andre Berto against perennial contender Jesus Soto Karrass. So this will be an interesting fight because you have two men where their backs are against the wall. For example, Jesus Soto Karrass has quite a few losses on his resume. He lost to Marcos Maidana, lost to, I think he has a loss against Alfonso Gomez, if I'm not mistaken. That was on the Pacquiao Cotto undercard. Either that or it was stopped because of, I know Gomez got cut. Disregard. Has the fights against Mike Jones, lost to Gabriel Rosado. So winning this fight will, for Soto Karrass, could possibly bring him into contender status, as in possibly maybe contending for one of the belts. On the other hand, you have Andre Berto, who has not been active over the last couple of years. He's only fought two fights since his loss to Victor Ortiz in April 2011, which was Zavek and Robert Guerrero. Because he did not fight Victor Ortiz in the rematch due to the drug test where he tested positive, unfortunately. So this fight is interesting to me because Soto Karrass style is the Achilles heel for Andre Berto. Because Soto Karrass is a fighter that continues to walk forward. He continues to apply pressure, and he's ready to fight from bell to bell, from corner to corner, from rope to rope. He's always there to fight. He's always coming to apply pressure. He's always going to stand in front of you. And when he stands in front of you, sometimes he goes in there, he throws little shots, sometimes to the body, sometimes up top. He's always walking forward. The only way to stop Soto Karrass in his tracks is he has to respect your power. It's power and activity. What you have to do if you're Andre Berto. We know Andre Berto has fast hands. He has fast hands, but bad footwork. He'll throw a combination, however, he'll be out of place after he throws the combination, which leaves him subject to be hit with a counter punch. In this fight, he has to back up Soto Karrass and pressure him using his hand speed to back him up. That should be the main key element for Berto. We know Berto will fire off a 5-6 punch combination. 5-6 punch combination, then he'll hold. He'll exert so much energy into his activity to where he could be tired later on. In this fight, I believe that Berto has to go in and make Soto Karrass respect his power early. Catch him with an uppercut walking in. He throws his uppercut very quick, and it's naturally timed. He doesn't there's times he doesn't throw the uppercut just for no reason. He's throwing it because sometimes he's trying to take your damn head off, or it's going to be a shot that kind of just stops you in your tracks. So I think in this fight, Berto has to continue to catch Soto Karrass as he walks in. The uppercut is the perfect shot to throw as Soto Karrass is walking in. So I think that Berto has to really use his hands. Utilize his hand speed to win this fight, and also back Soto Karrass up using his hand speed. And I think that's the main element for Andre Berto: hand speed. Walking up to him first. Maybe even make him go back in spurts and flurries. Let his hands go so that basically he's winning based on his activity rate. That should be the key for Berto, activity. Activity, keeping that at the center of the ring, catching them walking in. As simple as that. On the other hand, you have Jesus Soto Karrass, who likes to apply pressure. In this fight, what I would do if I was Soto Karrass, I would go to Berto's body early. Because we've seen fights with Andre Berto. And a lot of time in the later rounds, he's breathing hard. You know, he's huffing and puffing because he exerts so much energy into firing off those combinations and holding and clinching, and sometimes, you know, moving his body and being out of place to where he's tired. He's tired. He's huffing and puffing. You know, we've seen it. I mean, there were moments in the Quintana fight where, you know, I believe he got hurt in that fight, but, you know, he seemed to overexert himself a little bit. Of course, the Collazo fight. You know, of course, the Ortiz fight, where I believe that Soto Karrass, what he has to do is he has to go in and he has to go to his body early, sustain the body attack. You know, cumulative shots to the body. And I think what will happen is as long as he goes to his body early, and also as long as he walks forward and continues to make Berto exert all of his energy into his offense, I think it will lead to a knockout, possibly later on in the fight. It might lead to a couple knockdowns of Berto being hurt. But we saw in the Victor Ortiz fight, in the Robert Guerrero fight, you have to be physical with Berto to beat him. You have to be physical. You have to push him around. You have to hit him to the body. You have to mix your shots up. You have to mix up your combinations. So I think it has to be a physical fight. It has to be an extremely physical fight for Soto Karrass. He wants to make as much contact as possible. For Soto Karrass, as I mentioned, contact. He wants to push him around. He wants to hit him to the body, hit him to the elbows. He wants to hit him somewhere every time he throws. He wants to touch Berto. He wants to step forward, step in with the lead foot, and lunge in with the right hand. You know, lunge in with the right hand over the guard. Things of that nature. So to me, of course, Andre Berto is the favorite on paper. He's the favorite on paper. We know what to expect with both men. We know Andre Berto is going to go in. He's going to throw punches. He's going to throw, like I said, he has lightning quick combinations. He has fast hands, which Soto Karrass has had trouble with. Fighters with fast hands, fast reflexes, fighters that can beat him to the position, fighters that get to him first. He has trouble with those fighters. However, Soto Karrass, if he can make Berto exert all his energy early within the fight, I do believe that Soto Karrass, it is believable that Soto Karrass can come in and get a decision. As long as he steps in and makes Berto work and get some rounds in. That's just my opinion. However, I'm going to go with the favorite in this one. I like Andre Berto to win this fight by a decision. On the contrary, it would not surprise me if Soto Karrass walked in and even scored the upset. But I'm going to go with Andre Berto. Same way, peeps. Let me know what you think. That was The Distance. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.